everybody. I thought it was a good idea to do a vinyl CD update. It was quite a while since I did one. I think the latest one was in beginning of August. So, and after that I've been on a record fair. I have been ordering from webshop Gilberto, and I've been showing what I bought from there. So I thought it was a good idea to do a regular vinyl CD update and show what I've been finding outside of that. Not that much maybe impressive, but fun to show stuff I have bought. We have a really nice sunny autumn day today, but it's rather chilly, so it maybe looks a bit nicer than it actually is. Let's start with one vinyl single, Chappelle, Walk on Air from '91. Commercially this wasn't nearly as huge success as like China in Your Hand. Actually this was one of the final singles they released before they disbanded in 1991. But it is a great song nonetheless, really relaxing and great pop song. Some CD singles. Start with a couple of Swedish singer Eva Dahlgren and her single Kom och håll om mig, Come and Hold Me from '91 also. A single that I actually want to get a hold on for quite some time, so we're happy for this one. And we have Swedish rock pop singer Staffan Hellstrand and the single Fel sida av vägen, Wrong Side of the Road. Actually I like Staffan Hellstrand a lot. He's a great composer, great lyric writer, but I actually never heard this single from '98 actually. Very interesting. Dance music, British dance music of more experimental style. This was a pretty good hit in UK in 1999-2000, and it is a real nice little goofy song, but nice beats, nice samples, and real catchy. Space Dust and the single Gin and Tonic. Space Dust were two guys who in this case sampled Jane Fonda and her athletic training video. So it is it is a whole lot of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a nice dance beat. It's actually real catchy, a real great sample. Jane Fonda wasn't that pleased actually, but she actually okayed it after a while when seeing how big hit it became. We have another one who's also used to do at least at this time do samples for his songs, Moby and the single Natural Blues from '99 and the album Play, and this was made in a new version this spring, and it also is real good, but this is the original version. Real great one. CDs. A Swedish CD that I bought today actually. Swedish singer, rock singer Lars Winnerbäck, that I've shown a couple of times before, an artist that I have grown a lot to like this past decade. And this is a live CD called Per Day For You from 2001, and it only costed me 10 cents. And also this one also costed me 10 cents, and I'm really happy for this one. because we're talking about an album with Sarah Vaughan, and it's not a compilation, it is an studio album, original normal studio album, released on CD by Sarah Vaughan, called Sassy Swings Again. It doesn't say all that much of which are band members, but as I could read, actually, J.J. Johnson and Kay Winding are among the musicians here, and it's recorded, let's say, in the 60s. And take a look at the arrangers here, arranged by Thad Jones. We have some arrangement by J.J. Johnson, and it's really very, very interesting. And also bought today for 10 cents only. Compilation with French house music from 90s. This was a pure blind buy, as I was curious about what it sounded like, so for 10 cents, why not? I'm not going to try to pronounce the artist here. So this is an album that I got by a friend of mine on Facebook, that were sealed when I got it, and not played, that means. So I was very, very happy for Peter Gabriel and Live in Buenos Aires in 1988. This is from where Peter Gabriel were part of the charity event. So this is his performance from that charity event, released on this CD, and he performed some of his best songs. You have Shock the Monkey, you have Don't Give Up, not with the Kate Bush in this case, but with Tracy Chapman, Sledgehammer with guest musician Branford Marsalis, In Your Eyes with Youth Endure. So this is really, really nice gift. Bryan Adams we have, On a Day Like Today from 98, containing When You're Gone with Melanie C and Cloud Number 9 and so on. We have a couple of trance sounding albums. Trance music. It was a time in the beginning of 00s where I listened a lot to that. Still like it very much, but it's hard to find albums in this genre. And this one is though pretty ordinary in the genre, and it was a Swedish band that were maybe the one who sold the most in the genre here. Antiloop are they called. They had some hits with In My Mind, Nowhere to Hide, really great dance tracks. Album LP, even though it is a CD, from 1997. This is I think it is Dutch or German trance artist Ferry Corsten, also a big name in the vocal trance genre, and the album LEF from 2004. It's great to find this kind of a vocal trance on CD, as they aren't all that easy to find. And I have 3 great jazz CDs also. They are all still sealed, because I wanted them to be sealed for this vinyl CD update moment. So after this I can finally open them. Really great one. Released on something called the Chant du Monde, and then you can understand that it's French releases. Here is one with Horace Silver. It is on a series called André Francis and Jean Schwartz Present. It's, from what I understand, a pretty popular series. I never heard of it though, but I'm then not that familiar with French labels. But I found these are double CD sets, and we have Horace Silver, a double CD with Horace Silver. We have a double CD with Benny Carter, and we have one, I'm going to say the Horace Silver is called Quicksilver, Benny Carter is called Late Afternoon, and Stan Kenton, Opus in Pastels, also a double CD set. And these only costed me $2. Sealed, great double CD sets, very nice looking. And here is the original price when it was new. These are releases from 2007. Then it costed around $15 at our record store we had back then called Rocks. So these were amazing to find. Really happy for it. Some vinyls. I'm going to start with a couple of vinyls that I've listened to that I was a bit disappointed with. I bought this one, Yvonne Fair, and the album The Bitch Is Back from 1975. Now, I never heard of Yvonne Fair, so this was almost a blind buy, but I went for names that make it sound interesting, and it is released on Motown. It is produced by Norma Whitfield, who also were the main producer behind Rolls Royce, among others. So that is 2 reasons for buying it. But the problem is that it wasn't Motown's best album from the 70s. The songs were so-so. Norma Whitfield is doing the best he can, but the problem is Yvonne's singing. She screams very much, too much screaming at some point for me. She's most famous for her version of It Should Have Been Me, a song that I actually think is way better with Gladys Knight and the Pips. So this was not as interesting as I hoped for. So this will most likely not stay in the collection. Same with this one. And it's not often I'm dissing an album by Woody Herman, but this was not good. Woody Herman and the Thundering Herd, King Cobra. This is from 1976. And Woody Herman at the time must have been kind of desperate when the big band Shanger wasn't that much popular, and as I have understand, when he became older, he got more and more economic problem. So I guess it was a matter of desperation that he made this album, because King Cobra is more jazz fusion style with the big band, and it is very fuzzy, not good at all, not all that good actually. The main title track, King Cobra, is a 6-minute long song with a lot of effects that they do with the instrument. It sounds very, very strange. And no, I wasn't that impressed by this one. So this will most likely not stay in the collection. To some more positive note, on a more positive note, an album that I bought today for $1 that I was really happy with. Aretha Franklin live. It is released on a on Hallmark label, which could be a sign that it's a little bit low budget, but Aretha Franklin live, the album that I thought was the best finding from 2020 last year was an Aretha Franklin live. Now I'm not saying that this might be as good as that one, but it says in person with a quartet, and it is some jazz songs, it is some blues songs, it is maybe one gospel sounding song, and it has also Kenny Burrell on guitar. So even if it isn't said when it is recorded and the complete names of the music in the quartet, musicians in the quartet, I got very interested in this one. This was also a very nice find for $1. Elton John, The Tumbleweed Connection from 1970. We're talking very early Elton John here. And we also have some singer-songwriter style with singer Janis Ian, who is pretty much in the same style as Carole King or maybe John Baez. I have one album with her, and it is really good, so it will be very interesting. This album, self-titled, from 1978. And we have Soul Brothers, the brothers of James and Bobby Purify, and the album You and Me Together Forever, from 1970. 1975. And I listened to this one, and it's really good. It is a lot of horns, very funky, and real nice. Maybe I have albums in the same genre that are maybe a little bit stronger in the melodies, but I think this one is a real nice one, so I will definitely keep this one. And we have Gilberto Sullivan, I'm a writer, not a fighter. I've seen this one a couple of times, and don't ask me why I haven't bought it until now. I've bought Gilberto Sullivan album for quite some time now, and I actually got the idea of buying this one until now. So better late than never, I guess. And this is containing Oh Baby and Get Down and so on. 1973, I don't think I said that. We have some Israeli music. The group Milk and Honey. Milk and Honey is mostly famous for winning the Eurovision Song Contest back in 1979 with Hallelujah, Sing a Song. And that one is awfully overplayed, and I've never been a fan of that. But the rest of the album is really good, because some songs are a little easy listening style, but a lot of songs are in more of sounding soul tracks, soul pop tracks in English though, and it is a whole lot better than I could imagine, actually. So I'm very impressed with Milk and Honey from Israel, with Gali is I guess his singer. And finally, believe it or not, suitable when ABBA have released new songs. You have seen this cover as the thumbnail for my video where I reviewed the new song from ABBA, but I don't think that I have shown the entire album of ABBA's The Visitors that I've actually bought. As I said, I'm no huge ABBA fan, but this is an album containing, when it's all said and done, One of Us and so on, from 1981, and it's an ABBA more new wave-ish and synth new wave-ish style than ever. So I got very curious actually for this album. So I bought it as pure curiosity actually. So very interesting. Polar. So those are the findings I have made from August until now. Little low period right now after the record fair. The record fair, so to say, were the prime so far. Other than that, it has been a little bit low period. So let's hope that it's getting a little bit better during the rest of the autumn. So until next time, have a real nice time, no matter where you are or what you do. Take care and so long.